Okay, this is take number 1 for week number 1 of Course in Miracles. Let's get into it. Phlegm in the throat. Peace. What is up, everyone? I am OnenO. Thanks for tuning in to watch week number 1 of the 52 weeks Course in Miracles. Let's get into it. Okay, we are on week number 1. I am in week number 1, I should say, of the Course in Miracles. And I just thought I would make 5-minute long videos or less doing weekly recaps of my process going through this Course in Miracles. I have heard so many people talk about this book, and I am so excited to get into this book. And also I am very aware now that I will be engaging with this book every single day for the next 365 days. This book is thick, and there are a couple sections to this book. The first section, which is roughly about that big, is the whole book as it came to the author. Then this second half, which is about that thick, is the actual course that you can undergo for yourself. And it's a lesson, one lesson every day. So let's just jump straight into these lessons I've been learning this week. I am now, as of today, on lesson number 7, day number 7. I just want to briefly walk through the first 7 lessons that I've been going through. The very first lesson, right here, bam, says that nothing I see in this room or in this place means anything. The whole purpose that I am picking up on so far in the course is that my mind, my ego brain, has a way of labeling and giving meaning to things. And for as accurate as I like to believe I am with this ability, I'm not always accurate. I do recognize that about me already before even going through this course. This is what has come into my awareness through my practices in yoga and meditation, that my mind, my ego mind, has an ability to jump to defense very fast, and it seeks to protect itself. So inevitably I make misperceptions, you might say. So the whole first day, the whole first lesson was to just see objects like a book, like a bracelet, like a ring, like a tattoo, or like a hand, or like a barn, or like the grass, or like the sky, or like the tree, to see everything as not having any inherent meaning. Okay. Lesson number 2, day number 2. I have given everything that I see in this place all the meaning that it has for me. Meaning that I have given the tree the meaning. I have given the grass the meaning. I have given the book the meaning. I have given the ring meaning. I have given my bracelet, my tattoos. I have given the meaning to these things. Lesson number 3, day number 3 consisted of I do not understand anything that I see in this room. And I found this lesson to be quite liberating, actually. It gave me the ability to recognize that this is beyond understanding, and understanding is a limitation in a certain sense. I'll unpack that more, but let's move on. Lesson number 4. These thoughts do not mean anything. They're like the things I see in this room. And the exercise for this day became directly focused on the content of my mind. And the content that was going through my mind was worry thoughts about certain relationships in my life, fear of certain individuals and my perceived power that they may have over me or my destiny. Fear regarding money and how I will live and function in the world. And I found lesson 4 to be very helpful because it helped me to just remember thoughts about things aren't real and they don't mean anything, in the same way that this object that I'm pointing to, I call a tree, but it doesn't mean anything. I give it the meaning. I give it the title tree. It doesn't say to me that it's a tree. I say to it that it's a tree. Lesson number 5, day number 5. I am never upset for the reason I think I am. This one also very liberating, because as I was going throughout my day that day, I would notice that there would be little thoughts that would trigger fear, or they would trigger worry, or even if I noticed that I was depressed about a certain subject, I would highlight those things and I would use the lesson and I would say to myself that I'm never upset for the reason I think I am. And I already assumed where this lesson was going to, but it really solidified itself in lesson 6 and number 7. Lesson 6 was, I am upset because I see something that is not there. And this is directly again talking about perception. Perception can be wrong. I am upset because I see something that is not there. Meaning somebody, let's use a generic example. Somebody cuts me off in traffic. I become upset because I think that that was a personal threat towards me, when in fact it was not. And so I become upset for a story that I create in my mind. There's a plane gonna fly overhead. But I become upset because of a story that gets triggered in my mind. So this lesson, number 6, helped me to realize that I am upset because of something that is not there. In other words, it's not real. And then lesson number 7, which is today's lesson, I see only the past. And that's what solidifies the other lessons for me now. I see only the past when I am looking at things. Let me read for you just one little paragraph right here. Paragraph number 3 of lesson 7. It's talking about the example of a cup. Look at an object like a cup. Let me wait for the plane. Look at an example like a cup. Do you see a cup? Or are you merely reviewing your past experiences of picking up a cup, being thirsty, drinking from a cup, feeling the rim of a cup against your lips, having breakfast, and so on? Are not your aesthetic reactions to the cup too based on past experiences? How else would you know whether or not this kind of cup will break if you drop it? What do you know about this cup except what you learned in the past? You would have no idea what this cup is except for your past learning. Do you then really see the cup? And that is where we end this week's recap on the first 7 days of A Course in Miracles. Every time you look at anything, like a tree, like a barn, like the grass, like the leaves, like the sky, you are looking into the past. Or in other words, you are attempting to use your past recognition of what you think those things are in order to give them meaning. I am a meaning generator, and therefore the only meaning that exists in the world is the meaning that I give to it. And so it is almost impossible at this point in my life, I just turned 30, for me to perceive anything without automatically ascribing to it my past recognition of what I think it's going to be, which, as you can see, will clearly give fear plenty of leeway to operate if I do not check the recognition that what is coming at me is ultimately meaningless. Ultimately is up to me to decide what the meaning is. So at first, I'm picking up from these first 7 days that it is up to me to let go of the meaning which is associated with fears in order for me to be able to move further down my path. All right, and because I want to keep these videos short, I'm going to cut it off here for today. This is week number 1 of my 52 weeks of transformation. I'm going to make a playlist with all of these videos, so at any point you'll be able to see my progress, and once this whole thing is complete, all 52 videos will be right here in one playlist for you to check out. So if you want to get into the book, if you want to go through the course, check it out, A Course in Miracles. I recommend this book because apparently there's a couple different prints of it all. Look it up, get into it. Thanks again for watching this video. Go to the website at iamoneno.com. Check out the blog, sign the email list so we can stay in touch. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps me a lot and helps continue to let me know that we're in this together. So, I hope you have a great day. I'm gonna get back to making music and loving my life out here. Oneness in sound. I am OnenO. Peace.